Hey, hey, hey! Hello, Drippy gang, traders, noobs, apes, and everyone else. Welcome to Drippy Verse. This is Drippy, your source of options trip on a daily basis. Here, we talk about some of the most exciting setups based on options flow, technical analysis, pattern analysis, macroeconomic events, and so much more. So if you want to make some tendies, stick around. Look at this weekly recap from last week, and a lot of people banked on these stickers, so I don't miss. And also, my goal is for all of you to achieve financial freedom and create life-changing wealth. On the screen, I have my Twitter account dedicated to interacting with you folks. The Discord is coming soon. I know that's like the most asked question, but I'm working on it. I have a full-time job. I need some time off to do that. And also, I'm grateful for 2.5k 2500 followers last week. It's unbelievable. So I'm grateful for each and every one of you. Please note that the content I share, the setups I share, these are my opinions. I'm not a financial advisor. You're responsible for managing your risks and taking profits. Also, very, very, very important, don't, let's just buy everything a Monday morning just because these swing plays I've shared. Wait for dips, okay? And scale in. Don't just buy everything once. Okay, with that out of the way, you all know by now, trading is my passion and I believe it is my ultimate destiny. I'm spending countless hours on the weekends and on Twitter, try my best to reply to everyone, each and every one of you. So, just make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. When I tweet this video, retweet it, just it helps me out tremendously. Okay. For all my flow related data, I use unusual whales. If you want a discount, link is in the description below. Okay, so without further ado, today I'm excited to share 5 actionable setups for upcoming week. And these are swing setups which might give us profit in next 1 to 2 weeks, and 2 additional setups, swing plays again, which I'm watching on the sidelines. They might need more time than these ones. Okay, these are not scalp plays or intraday setups which I post in the morning. These are the setups which I'll watch whole week and buy the dips. These are all bullish setups. So yeah, let's get started. So the first one is GPN. So if you guys remember, this is the first, this is where the Drippy gang started. This is the first trade I posted. GPN is Global Payments. It's a competitor to PayPal and Square. And this was the day when they announced acquisition news. Announces acquisition of a mineral tree, and this was I had call options before this day, and it's just like ran so much. I think it ran like 1900%. I shared the video as well, but then since that day it has been on a sharp decline as well, and it looks like it caught the bottom finally here, and earnings coming up. This company has had a good decent record of earnings here. Past couple earnings have all been really solid. And before the earnings or around the earnings, you either see a dump or you see a big move up, like this one here. And this one was the I think there was this bad news and they announced, and there was a huge dump, and since then it has been dumping hard. And now it looking at the monthly perspective here, it's in a monthly squeeze here, and it just found a support at this 3450 EMA on the monthly, so it has bounced hard from it last time it happened, and it looks like it's about to happen again. But I'm keeping an open eye on this one because this one has in the past given me bad vibes. But so if you look here at the chart, first of all, you know um, this anchored view up from this high the other time, and then this low, and it's in squeezing between them right now last couple of days. And if you look at the volume here, the green bars are much bigger than the red ones, and also it is retesting this level here. So, and it also, there was this supply here from the EMA. So in my opinion, this is a really good entry point because you can just get out the break of 156 level. You can buy calls 1 to 2 weeks out. I think I had notes here, but maybe I forgot to add for, oh yeah, it's this one. Oh, this is the old one. But anyway, so levels to watch for this one. If it breaks below this, you can buy puts for 150 puts, or if it breaks above, you can buy 167, 165 call, 170. But the reason why I'm bullish here is look at the flow for this. If you look here, this is like premium 50,000 here, minimum, and also these are last week calls. So I mean, look at this. $2 million floor cross order, and then there are some floor orders, and then also these are expiring 21/1/2022, so expiring for 21st January, and this is out of money call 170. And then this is also a bullish line. There's only one bearish, like selling 195 call, which of course makes sense because this is a spread order. So this is how you can calculate, like if you look at the PNL here, this is the new feature in the unusual whale, and this automatically loads the trade and size and everything, and you can see here that this is a net debit of $415,000. Max loss is $53.8 million, and max profit is $9.5 million. And the way this trade is structured here is that if the price goes above this entry point of 158, I guess, 158.1, then this person or whale is in profit, otherwise it's in loss. So it's a lot amount of money. And then you can check the same thing here. You can mess around with this and see like how much profit would it be. But these are January calls, so if you look at it, for January it would be 220% profit, and then if it happens here it would be 500% profit. So this is a bullish call. This is a bullish order 3-leg strategy, and yeah, so this is a really great tool in my opinion to look at what the whales are doing. Sometimes flow can be deceiving, and this gives an opportunity for us to evaluate what's going on actually behind the scenes in a multi-leg order. So yeah, definitely looking really bullish. Earnings is coming. I already told you the key levels, so watch out for this one. In my opinion, the break of 161.7. I'm gonna look at buying 168, and then 160. If it goes above 168, then 175 calls. But let's evaluate it as it goes. Either way, up or down, we can make money on this one. Definitely watching this one. Okay. Next one I'm watching is McDonald's. Now, McDonald's is I'm bearish on this one. So I think I told earlier that all are bullish, but this one is bearish. If you look at the weekly chart here, this has been a huge RSI divergence. It's in a squeeze here on the weekly, and also it just like broke below this EMA, and every time it has done that in the past, broke below this EMA, the green one, we have seen some downside here and a nasty one. So I'm looking to capitalize on that. My profit targets are like like 235, 233, 230, and 229 area, and I will look to buy puts like break of 237.5 area, around this area, 237 area maybe, depends on the price action the day. I mean, it might retest this, so ideal entry would be 240 area. I've already written it down here, and my time frame is like 1 week to 2 weeks, because in my opinion, like, I'm expecting a big move to the downside. Earnings are coming, and with respect to the macro here, like I already expressed my opinion on McDonald's that margins for restaurants are low and their labor shortages. I'm expecting them to hike prices. I mean, look at this volume. The red volume bars are higher, and like this squeeze itself, it looks like about to fire to the downside, and RSI is also negative here. And also, look at the flow. The flow for on Friday was 60% bearish. And these are all bearish calls. Some of them are out of money puts for 230 puts for 2022, and also 235 puts, 230 put here again, 223. So like, in my opinion, there is more downside, and there's this multi-leg order here, which is like selling call and buying call here, which is a spread. So like, this spread is for the upcoming week expiring. And if you look at this multi-leg strategy here, this person, like, its max loss is limited to 150,000, and then max profit is 282. So it's a spread, and it's a bullish spread. But in my opinion, just looking at the overall premium for McDonald's, I don't think, just looking at the chart and premium and macro, in my opinion, there is more downside. Now, stop loss is like just above 240 area. Like, let's say that at 242, it like comes back up, then you can buy calls here, because that would be it would try to retest the top of this channel again. But all these signs are kind of telling me that this is a bearish move upcoming. And also, McDonald's tries to retest this this EMA. It has been a while since it has retested this EMA. So let's reevaluate this every day. I think if it breaks to 42.5 area to the upside, then you can buy calls for 250 to 45. But I'm leaning bearish. This, like, RSI divergence is a huge telltale. Okay, so the next one, let's move on to the next one here, is JLL. Now, JLL is Jones Lang LaSalle Incorporated, and this is like a finance and real estate company. And also, I look at the performance for whole year. This is a really good, like, performance. And this company, specializes in real estate and investment management. And also, there's been good news of acquisition here for 300 million. And I think this is why, we see this since the August, it was in this range, and now it's breaking out. This was like consolidating in this, and it looks like a cup and handle. It didn't even give us a proper handle, so maybe it will come and retest this 256 area. But ideal entry for me would be 260 if it ever comes to that. But if it breaks like the high, then I think the levels are 277, 275, and 285. This is a longer term play. This is not a short term play, in my opinion. But I look at last earnings, the volume, and look at this volume. This is a pivot in a sense, because this high volume bar, and also this another one here. And if you look here, like this move here on the last earnings, it was like 7-point move. So if that happens here, I mean, we can definitely go to 275 or 280 area before or after the earnings are on 3rd November. So that's why these calls November 19th. But in my opinion, I mean, just looking at this chart, looking at all the news, look at this move in just last 3 weeks has been consolidating, and now it just broke out again. So tech is not the only sector which is bullish. There are other sectors which are bullish, and this is one of the best looking charts I have seen in finance. So yeah, keep an eye on this one. Also, this squeeze is about to fire to the upside here. Momentum is really strong. The MACD just turned positive here, so everything looks really solid with respect to technical analysis and of course the macro analysis. Okay, so next one I'm gonna talk about so let's see the flow for this one. So if you look here, it doesn't really have a lot of options activity, but it does have 80% on Friday, last Friday, like 80% bullish premium, and that's more than $3.5 million. And also if you look here, this itself is a $3 million 260 call expiring in December. So in my opinion, like someone knew about this, I should have got this, but we were focusing on other things. But in my opinion, it has a lot of room to grow, and I'm looking forward to buying like the November 19th. It's a low risk as well because I can get out on the break of 255 area, depending on where my entry is. So November 19th is far. We don't have to worry about like expiration and stuff like that. If let's say you buy it here, you can buy again one at the dip. That way you can average down, and I think you have a good entry point. But yeah, so looking really good. I'm hoping to get a decent entry around 260 if it gives us. Okay, so next one I'm gonna talk about is definitely one of my favorite setups right now, Olin Corporation. And this company is in process industries. They have reports. This is the news. The earnings already happened, record results, and look at that. In 14 years, this is the best earnings in last 20 years. Most profitable quarter in last 20 years. Last 20 years, let me repeat that. That is crazy. And also a 62% year-over increase in sales. And also, like, what this company does is high margins in epoxy business, because these compounds are used in car parts, wind turbine, industrial coatings. And if you haven't paid attention, car parts and coatings and all these companies are performing phenomenally well right now, because of the COVID and do-it-yourself, all those. So like if you look at car, look at this, so in my opinion, this is just getting started. Sorry, not this one. One sec. Is this one? In my opinion, this is just getting started. Look at this volume, crazy volume after the earnings. And it just broke out of this, like a cup and handle kind of pattern here. Long basing since the 1st of June. And also the squeeze here just fired to the upside. So in my opinion, like ideal entry in my opinion would be around 55 area here. That would be a great spot to manage risk because you can get out below 55. But I mean, looking at just this performance, I think my targets are 60, 61, 62.5, and my plan in this one is to swing it on a weekly basis and also get some like November 19th, like $65 calls. And this stock, just looking at the monthly perspective here, I mean, just look at this. It's insane, like this move here. So it is just getting started for the next leg up, in my opinion. And just a phenomenal performance by this company, phenomenal looking chart. Squeeze on the weekly as well, about to fire to the upside. Squeeze on the daily here, just fired. I mean, this all this pent up energy is gonna be released soon, very very soon. So yeah, one of the best setups out there, no cap. All right, last but not the least, one of my favorites as well is XPEV. So I mean, if you didn't hear the news, they're working on releasing flying cars by 2024. That's literally like 3 years from now. And look at this chart. It just broke out of this kind of like wedge pattern here. And you know, if you can in this channel as well, and now it's about to make a new high. I mean, this company has phenomenal deliveries, phenomenal margin. The cars are amazing. It just broke out of this long. I don't know, like since this last year, I think. Yeah, since the last year, this has been acting as a resistance, and now it's consolidating here. You know, if you look at the volume profile for this, it's sitting right on top of the volume profile, you know, like this volume shelf here, and it has been rejected twice around 44.6 area. So I'm already in this one, so I'm gonna, you know, like if it breaks 44 45 level, then I will probably add size here based on how it performs. But the targets, the fib targets, and also the demand supply zone targets kind of coincide here. So 47.2 and 50 are the targets for me. These are fib extensions from here, here, and here. Let me move this here. So yeah, time frame for me is 1 to 2 weeks. I mean, not for 50, but at least 47. But it can move. This stock can move like fast. Look at this. Last 12% in a week. That's 3 points from now. So which is 47, and then next week another 12%. It's in 1 to 2 weeks. I think this has a potential, if the market is strong and Chinese names don't suffer, this can move really fast, and I'm already in the calls. Okay, and then finally, you know, like I'm watching these two other setups on the side, and sorry, I forgot to talk about this one first. Let me talk. This is another swing setup, X. So X is a steel and non-energy minerals. I mean, they produce iron ore, which are used, I mean, you can read what they do, but it has been, you know, in this just like a basing area for a while. If you look at from the weekly perspective, you know, the momentum of course is down, but it's curling back up. You know, if you look at the RSI here, you know, this trend line has been acting as a resistance for a while, but you know, once it breaks that, I think it has potential for upside, and the reason I'll tell you why. Just looking at the chart first though, you know, it's hovering around this EMA, and then the other day it had a strong close here last week, I mean, and also a strong last 4 days here, climbing back up, and this is acting as a resistance here, this EMA, this EMA here, EMA cloud. And the reason why I'm so bullish on this setup is because like look at CLF, the Cleveland Cliffs. This is another same you know, like steel company, very similar business model and very similar looking chart as well. Look at the earnings, phenomenal earnings. Look at this performance of the stock, 12% in a day. I mean, this itself looks like it's about to make a new high, so you can keep this one as well on your watch list, because the earnings have already passed, so people already know, like, you know, and the squeeze also fired to the upside. So you know, I have an alert set here for 24, and I think the targets can be 26 in no time. This stock can move, but also keep in mind that it pulls back and retests the CMA, so it might pull back and retest this but X looks like very similar to Cleveland Cliffs. And the flow for X is not a lot of orders, so I'm gonna skip that one. But just in general, looking really solid. And then for the XPEV flow, I forgot, but the flow looks really bullish as well. 60% bullish premium here, and the call volume is also greater than 100%. And it's pretty much like bullish like that day, 60%. If you look at the open interest for XPeng, $50 calls for 19th of November volume. Look at that. Just last Friday, 10,000 contracts, and these are buy orders. So really solid company in my opinion. So someone sold these and then bought them back on, I guess, on news or something like that. So definitely this whole, like, even this $50 call again, out of money call again, for 19th of November, so which is coming like in 2-3 weeks. So really solid flow as well for this one. All right, so one final stock, two final side watch list for me is Agilent, and this is a healthcare company. And I mean, like, just the setup looks really like it's about to reverse here. It reversed here, and now it retests this. Like, it bounced off from this EMA, and it's looking like it's about to, healthcare stuff, it's strong right now. It had this 3 kind of days here of consolidation here on a low volume, but it might need couple days. But I think the target is like 160, and then finally 170. Once it's above 160, I think it can move to 170 really fast. And I'm watching this one on the sidelines because I think it might be prime for next week. Just looking at this pattern here, it might retest this area, come back, retest the trend line, and then finally break out. And finally, Allstate. A lot of people know this. It's an insurance company, and we took this trade the other day, but next day it had a hard reject at 28 level. But now it looks like it's about to, this from demand zones, this is bounced here. And if you look here on a weekly, it just bounced from this EMA. So from a higher time frame perspective, definitely this momentum looks weak right now. So I'm hoping that it curls back up, but just looking at the price action here, I think so look at this. We got this calls here from 2 days back, and then it got hard reject, but then it went back up again, and strong close with a stronger volume here. So what does that tell you? That buyers are in charge now. They want to push the price higher, and this is a great entry point for this one. For, let's say that you want to buy November 19th 130 call, go for it. I'm also looking for it as well. So yeah, these are all my setups, guys. Remember to please like and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Make sure you retweet, just help me out with any way possible. Everything is free for you guys. All my past setups have worked out amazing for a lot of folks. Hope your weekend, next week is fantastic, and let's make some money. See you guys later. Bye.